If buying a home is on your mind, then I'm sure that mortgage rates are a huge portion of that decision-making process. So what the heck is happening with rates right now? And can anything from the past help us with what's going to happen in the future? According to an article from Keeping Current Matters, since April of 1971, Freddie Mac has been tracking the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. So here's a look at what's been happening over the last 50 years. The far right side of this graph shows the rates of today. And you can see over the last couple of years, the rates have risen dramatically. But what you can see is even though the rates of today are higher, they're still below the 52-year average of 7.7%. But we are getting closer to that number. However, we're also nowhere near the absolutely outrageous rates of the late 70s and early 80s. So can this history help us predict the future? Maybe, but in all honesty, nobody truly knows what's going to happen. Everyone likes to give a guess, make a prediction, and throw in their 2 cents, but nobody really knows for sure. But since our crystal balls are foggy, we can only use what we have. And what we have is a correlation between mortgage rates and inflation. You may have seen this graph before, but if you haven't, the blue line represents the rate of inflation, while the green line represents the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. And what you can see as you follow along is generally there's a correlation between rates of inflation and what mortgage rates are doing. So historically, mortgage rates typically tend to trend with and follow the inflation rate. As you can see towards the end of this graph, inflation has dropped considerably. And the hope would be is that mortgage rates are going to do something similar. And again, it is impossible to predict what's going to happen, but this at least gives us a bit of an indicator. Will rates plummet anytime soon? I don't think so, but no one, including me, can say for certain. Will rates continue to rise astronomically? I certainly don't think so either, but again, no one, including me, can say for certain. My opinion, for what it's worth, I think rates are going to stay somewhat stagnant for a while. I don't think they're going to drop anytime soon because then we'd be right back where we were with higher rates of inflation. But any major change I think is not going to happen until about 2025. So what are you going to do for the next 18 months? Because if buying is anywhere even remotely on your radar, you might be surprised to hear that tons of homes are still selling on the regular. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.